Greetings and salutations. Good morning. This is Friday, and it is the 22nd day of the month of May in the year of 2020. At my house, it's 20 minutes after 11 in the AM. I'm telling you, them young ladies on the channels that they're representing on, they put up these challenges every day. And so every day I'm trying to get upon the channel and look at the challenge. And every day I want to do a video of whatever the challenge is. So now, today, them girls tried to fool me or something to see if they could figure out something I couldn't do. So of course I can do anything. I mean, I can rebuild a rocket engine over there in NASA if you give me the right kind of glue. But anyway, what I have done, okay, I will just behave myself now. What I've done, I found two pieces of fabric here. Green fabric, and then this blue fabric with some stars on it. So I sewed them together on the sewing machine. Then I thought, well, I really can't do this project. It's like a sewing machine job because they said to make like a spring flower arrangement, and it could be done on fabric or glue paper to somehow you got to use some kind of fabric, as far as I understand. I don't always understand everything just perfectly. So I did. This is my background. I think this background looks just fine. I could pretend that it's done and the seeds are planted down here in the screen somewhere and they'll grow someday. But anyway, okay. I got this here rickrack, this green rickrack, and I chopped me off a few pieces of green rickrack, and I'm putting it on to this fabric in different places and stuff, like this, like sort of like this is what I'm doing. And then, ladies and gents, that is going to be the stems of my flowers. Okay, I think. Now, to make it like I think I look like I know what I'm doing, I'm going to, oh, what am I doing with them scissors? I don't need them scissors. To make it look like I know what I'm doing, I'm going to make like little lines of this Fabri-Tac glue that seems to be clogged up. I lost the lid. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm just going to take that and I'll just drive it around here like this. There we go, Fabri-Tac glue. It's almost like having a sewing machine right there. And I'm just going to lay that green rickrack proudly up. Boy, if I didn't just measure that just perfecto mundo. Okay, and now I'm going to put a little bit right here. This is a shorter piece, so I'll just put a little short piece of that Fabri-Tac glue right there. And then I will add this one. And of course, that one I didn't get long enough, but that's okay because there's going to be a flower stuck up our. And then I'm going to make another one like this. I wonder if I can make this rickrack go in that kind of a shape. Oh, I think I put too much glue on that one. If I go like this and around to give it some kind of something interest. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, and then this one, and we'll just go. This one's a little shorter, so I'll see. It's just a little short guy. Go right here, like this, and then one more, and we're going to glue that on like this. This is pretty snazzy, isn't it? I first was thinking that maybe sewing it would be the way to go, but This here glue is, yeah, I could make a whole dress probably just gluing it together. Okay, there you go. Now, those are the stems. We got them on there. Then I've been playing with lace and making some flowers. And so let me just show you. We'll make leaves out of this, although I don't know how. But I'm going to show you just what I did, just in case. And you all probably are saying right now, I know how to make flowers out of lace. You don't need to show me. But you know, even though I've never been at the show me state, I'm getting me a piece of string here. Where's the end? I like to show stuff. I don't teach stuff. I just show it. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just cut me off a piece of this here string. Well, actually, it's embroidery floss. Where'd my needle go? Well, just oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here on this, in the eye of the needle. Put it in the eye of the needle. And then I'm going to fetch me a piece. Now, this is ruffled lace already. It's already ruffled, but it's not a real tight ruffle. Now, if it was a real tight ruffle, I wouldn't need hardly any at all, you know. But this isn't a real tight ruffle, so I think I'm going to need about 6 inches of this piece of lace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That might even be too much. It absolutely has to do, if you're using ruffled lace already this way, this direction, this way, this kind of thing, then it kind of depends on how tightly it is ruffled. Because if it's ruffled real tight, you need less. If it's ruffled just gently ruffled, then you need more. So that this outside of the lace will actually go around. Now this one here, particular, it's got a very nice header on it. And so I can take my needle that is threaded with the embroidery floss, and I can just slip that through that little header. And even if you had one of those little plastic needles like you use in plastic canvas and all, that would work too. But anyway, and then once you get that through there, then you're just going to tie that in a knot. Once you get it all the way through, the thread all the way through that header, then you just pull it tight, tight in a knot. No problemo right there. So then what I do then is I take now see here where it's open, then we would like that to stay closed. So a little, just a small, tiniest bit of that Fabri-Tac glue, or whatever glue you're using. And then I put one of these little clips on there just to hold that for a minute or 6. Okay, to make sure that glue's dry. Then I want to put a layer, like, let me see, did I do one? Okay, this one I did that way, and I made a layer on top of a smaller lace. So now I'm going to take flat lace, just flat, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to take about 6 inches of that flat lace. It's smaller. Now, if I had wider lace, I would need more, but it's only an inch, so I'm going with 6. If I had wider lace here, then I would need more, because you'd need more to go around the circumference of the flare. And so this might even be, could go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just counted 6 scallops. I could have probably went with 5. But anyway, so now this, because it doesn't have a header on it to just slip through, but it does have a nice lacy top here. So I'll stay as close as I can to the top, and I'll just go a running stitch in and out, up and down, in and out, in and out, and just go for the whole length of that little flower of the little lace. Go the whole length of the lace. And just that in and out all the way. And I like to use kind of a long needle, and that way, you know, I can get the whole thing on the needle before I actually pull it through to the string or the thread or the floss or whatever, wire, anything, clothesline. So I'm going to tie that now nice and tight. So then that has got me a little flower right there. Now that's a smaller blossom now. So I'm going to nip that in the bud right here. And I'm going to put just that little dabble do you glue right there on that little piece. And then I'm going to clip it. So I like to just clip it. It's like holding it with your finger for a second, although that glue does dry quite quickly. Now I'm going to layer this one on this one. But, oh, excuse my boarding house reach for a minute. Yeah, go here and get my buttons. Okay, there, got them. Let me see. Now, isn't that pretty? Now, this is a shank button, so it's got a shank on the bottom, which you can use the shank. You can use that one. Or, there's another orange one with a shank. Or I might just see if I can find a white one. Oh, I gotta find with bigger holes, because that needle will not go through small holes, because I got a fat needle right at this very moment. Okay. I want to go, you know, maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Will this needle go through this button? Just let me check. No, it won't. Just a minute. Just try to calm yourselves down. Don't be calling me all them names. Oh. Okay, just a second. I'm finding a button that's got more of a... Let me see this one. Those holes look big. Oh yeah, that'll go. That's just a plain white button, but that's good. That's good. That's good. No complaints from the peanut gallery. So I could have used this one too. Yeah, I could have. I could use this one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to try and use that one. I'm going to try and use this big one and see what it looks like. That's all we can do, you know. If it looks real goofy, I'll put that little one in there. But this is the challenge of the day. I gotta ace it. Okay, see, now I can take them clips off because that glue is definitely dry. So I'm gonna clip that extra thread off. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but I don't need that right now. Okay, now my scissors are a little dull. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. Now what I'm going to do is I'll start this thread going in from the middle of the bottom flower, which is the biggest one, and then through the second flower, which is the littlest one. Okay, so I got that in there. Then I'm going to go through the that shank on this button, and then go back down through that, back down there. Okay, then I'm just going to pull. I'm just going to pull that through and then tie it in a knot at the bottom. Now that's at the bottom. See there? Now, for some reason, it's looking cattywampus. It's not looking straight. Why? I don't know. Maybe I just didn't wasn't holding my mouth right or something. And so, but it looks like I got my button all crooked. So when something like that happens and you think it's the end of the world, you're right. It's the end of the world. No, it's really not. But so what you can do then is just stick a little bit of that glue in there. You can fix things, you know. Just put a little. Oh, geez, Elizabeth, why in the heck is that not coming out of there? Now, let's try that again. Scene one, take two. The glue doesn't want to. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, put that down sideways. Now, I keep thinking I hear ghosts. Okay, so now, that's more evenly spaced here. I don't know why, but you could actually probably just sew the two buttons together tightly, and then, I mean, the two flowers together tightly, and then just glue the button on so it is right in the middle. But see, that's sort of right there. Right there. Okay, that's how I do that. Now, I'm going to put, now these flowers, why didn't I cut these strings off of there? Don't know why I didn't cut them strings off there, but I'm cutting them off now. Because I don't need all these strings hanging on there. I guess I thought maybe I would need them later on, and I left them there just in case I thought of something to do with them, but nah, not happening here. So I am planting my flowers. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? I'm putting my flowers. I'm just cutting this threads off of here now that I probably should have did before, but I didn't do it, so I'm doing it now. And yeah. This morning, you know what I did this morning, which was very wrong of me? I watched some more coronavirus video updates. And I gotta quit doing that because it makes me crazy. I hear about all these rules and stipulations, and it's virus is getting better, but you gotta wear your mask here and there and everywhere, and don't go on the subway. I mean, just too much. Oh, see, now this one I didn't put a button on it. So I'm going to glue a button on this one. So if I glue a button, yeah, so anyway, that stuff is just driving me totally insane. My sister-in-law called this morning. She's planning to be down here on Friday, next Friday. She's coming from Alabama, and she's coming. She'll be here on Friday. But and she's only going to be here for a little while. But for some reason, it just got me in a panic. I said, "Oh goodness sakes." I don't even know what I'm thinking. I don't even know what I'm thinking. It's just got me in a panic. I want to see her, though. See, this is the sad thing. I love her dearly, and I want to see her. And I am going to see her, because she said, if you don't want me to come, let me know, and then we'll make other arrangements. I said, no, you come. So she better get her little butt down here. But her little butt. Now, wait a minute. Now, I got to wait till this has to dry now. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of clip that on there so it'll dry. Oh, I hear that noise outside. Papa's with the weed eater. Okay, now, so now these flowers, what I'm going to do is, I could sew them on there if I were so to choose to do that. But I'm going to, I hear stuff hitting that window. He's right under the window. Okay, put that right there. Glue it. I'm going to glue. I don't know if this will, I know this will hold. It just takes a little minute for that glue to catch. But I probably should be using a needle and a thread. But I'm not going to do that right now. I might have to do it later if this Glue doesn't hold this. And now, what I thought about doing with this when it's finished, when it's all dry and I got all my flowers growing, once I have everything finished here, my plan is to go around this whole edge. Like this one's cut, this edge here is cut with a pinking shear. I want to go around the whole edge with, I got a pinking shear roller thing. And so I'm going to put my ruler on there and then do that. Then what I want to do is to cover a piece of cardboard with burlap. And cover it with burlap. That's going to be like a ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch on each side bigger than this finished thing. And then attach this to the square burlap thing and make like a wall hanging. What do y'all think about that? That's what I think I'm going to do. That's my plan of action. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to see if I can create leaves out of just this lace. And okay, there's the hubster. There goes the hubster. There came the hubster. There goes the hubster. He left. And he comes and then he goes. Okay, let's see. If I use about this much and twist this. Twist it. Nah, see, that's like too long. Well, I wonder if I just go and cut more of a leaf shape. How about like this? If I go like this way. Like
front
this.
Yard, complete front yard, corner to corner, is weed free and all grass is cut.
Okay, thank you, Papa. You did good job.
I quit.
You quit?
I
Okay.
was gonna get some more out here, but I ain't done enough.
Okay.
It's too late and I'm getting too hot.
Okay, it's too late and it's getting too hot. Okay, so now I am I'm just going to this one I am going to just oh, that glue isn't sticking. Glue isn't sticking. Okay, and then I'm going to okay. So then if I just tie those leaves to the back of the fabric like this way, let me see how that looks. And put that on, tie that tightly. Just one little stitch right there in the center of the 2 leaves. Okay. Now that isn't tied. Oh my God, I just get so. Okay, now let's see how that looks. Okay, so now I got the 2 leaves on there. Now if I put a little bit of glue, a little bit of the Fabrifix glue right there, and then just turn those leaves over that way so that glue kind of holds them over in that direction. The stitch will hold it on, and then the glue will hold them to go into that direction. So then if I take another little piece here. Maybe these scissors will work better for me. Like this. Twist this. Okay. Twist this. Okay, then I'm going to, then I ran out of thread on my needle. Just a minute here. Now one day, just one day, I'm going to be so organized. I'm going to be organized one day, one day. Okay, so I'm going to now, see, when you get a challenge, it's really neat to be challenged into something that you really say, oh, how will I do that? And you don't really know, so you just kind of wing it, you wing it. And then, like right now, I am thinking this thing is cute as ever. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, so now I am getting just that short piece of string. Well, I put a longer piece on there because I got more to tie. Tie that on the back. On the back of it, I'm tying it in a knot. And, okay, so then that one's on there. So that's attached. So then I will cut these kind of more into a bit of a leaf shape, just pointing the end a little bit of the lace. And then I'm going to turn, let's see, how will I do this one? This one I think I'll have sort of aimed off in that direction. So I'm going to put just a little dab of glue here and here. And like this. Now let's see, is this glue holding? I'm checking, just give it a little push on each one of them. I did glue it, right? Yeah. So, yeah, good time to check, Lizzie. Now I'm going to get another little piece here. And again, wonder what happens if I just take the whole thing and tie it in a knot instead of just twisting it. Wonder what happens then. Well, that's a good idea too. Just tie it in a knot. And then, either way, so I guess neither one is better than the other. There we go, cut that. Let's put this guy up here somewhere. Yeah, I think up there is good. And then I'm going to get my needle and thread, come up from the bottom on one side of the middle and go back in on the other side of the lace. Okay, so that's just tacking it on there. And probably you could just glue it and just the glue would hold it too. But I just want it to be secure enough, so I'm tacking it first. There we go. Then let me go ahead and, before I decide how I want them ones to be facing, I'm going to cut, let's see, I need a leaf for this one and a leaf for this one. So I'll need 2 sets of leaves. I think these are going to look pretty with just these, this. I don't know what size this is because I didn't even measure it. I just had that piece of fabric and I said, ooh, and I got that one, ooh, and I said, they'll fit together. And so that's what I did. And so I don't know what size they are. Maybe I'll make a part 2 here after I go get my cardboard and my burlap. I might go ahead and make a part 2 of this spring garden. And I didn't write down the challenge. I thought I'd remember it. Now I don't remember what it said, but I think it was like a spring flower garden challenge, something like that. It's in there. Lori puts them in there and she pins it to the top of the page, of the Scrap and Lizzie page, and the Mary KK's art journey page. She just pins it right to the top so that when you go to either one of those groups, you will see what the challenge of today is. And yeah, this one I want down here. And so yeah, this was today's challenge. And when I first read it, I said, oh, I won't be able to make a video of that, doing that one, because it's going to be, you know, I would do it on my sewing machine and it's in the other room. And yeah, that's a little confusing. And so, but then I thought, well, no, maybe I'll try something different. That's exactly why it's a challenge, because they want a challenge, you know, because a lot of times you might learn to do one thing correctly. And you want to do one thing and you want to do it correctly, perfect. You want to do it perfect. So you start doing that one thing and you just don't, and you don't have enough confidence maybe to try something different. And so you don't. Well, with a challenge, it's like, with confidence or not, you just say, well, let's see what happens. You know, all we can do is try and see what happens. And I won't tell you, the first one that come up with this idea of this mindless coronavirus, whatever they're called, not coronavirus, um, quarantine, mindless quarantine challenge, that was Erin. Now, I've met Erin. She was at a Erin was at a oh gosh, Elizabeth, at a retreat that we went to. That's where I met Erin. Erin at that time crocheted her fingers to the bone. She still crochets her fingers to the bone. But she said and because this retreat did not really have a theme, we were just getting together to craft together. She goes, I will be crocheting because I don't do any of that other stuff. And we said, okay, that's fine. Just bring your knitting needle or crafting needles, just your crochet hooks, and you can, by all means, just crochet. Well, we were there for 4 days. By the time we left, she had her hands so stained up with ink, paint, I don't know what all she had, glue, everything. That girl blossomed. I say girl because she was the young one of she's the young one of the whole group. And when she left, you know, I really don't think I seen her crochet the whole time she was there. She was always doing something with glue, paint, ink, stencils, stamps, colored pen. She was trying everything. And now she's the one that got started with this mindless, whatever I just said it was, that I can't remember. She's the one. And you know, this is what happens when you know, you might be one who does nothing but quilts. And you think, well, that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything else. I wouldn't be able. No, you look at them, look at those challenges, and look at them and say, I can do this. Just go collect because it gives you a list of what you need to collect for the challenge, to go walk around your house and find. And none of those products or those supplies are are carved in stone. So it might say, like this said, you know, fabric or paper. It didn't matter. Let's see. Yesterday we did we had wax paper, and we were adhering um, napkins to the wax paper to make like a fake leather. And that was so cool. In fact, I got really going on that. I've got some sheets outside on the porch right now drying. And because I learned that I loved it. I had not tried that before. And but it, you know, it said, you know, wax paper. Also, if you don't have wax paper, I think you could use freezer paper, you know, the slick side of the freezer paper, maybe any kind of paper. In fact, I want to try some with just a white piece of fabric and put a napkin over it and adhere it. I'm going to try that. But, and so when you are challenged to do something out of your comfort zone, it's amazing what you can come up with. And now I am surprising myself looking at this because I said, whoa, that's pretty. And so I'm going to, now this is something maybe I'd put on a front of a journal cover, because I just love flowers, but it's not really a shape to do that. So I'm going to make a little wall hanging out of it. And so I'm going to close this down now and wait till make sure all of my glue is dry. Nothing is falling off, so I think it's pretty much drying well. I think it'll be okay. But that's my challenge for today. And I hope you all love it because I do. And nothing should ever go unloved. Never, ever, 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 ever. So I'm going to even up my piece of fabric. I'm going to get a piece of cardboard a little bit bigger. I'm going to cover it with burlap. I do believe I've got a piece of burlap big enough. I do believe I do. And then I'm going to attach this to it somehow. Not real sure how I'll attach it, but it'll be attached. And I think it's going to be beautiful. And so thank you all so very much for joining me this morning. And let me get us a little bit of a power thought. We need a power thought for today. And so I'm going to, let's see. I'm just going to reach in here and do this one. Whoa. Wonder what I did with my picture. Oh, I put it in my journal already. Yesterday, I pulled one of these out, and I said, I'm going to try and draw that. Oh, you know what? I did. I put it in here. So if any of you watched yesterday, this was the card I had yesterday. And it said, I trust the intelligence within me. And I said, I wonder if I could draw that lady. And there she is. I tried to, and then I just copied what was written on the card in here. And of course, her eyes look all kind of goofy, but I tried to just copy her. And I think it turned out fun. And so I'm putting the card right there in that pocket. But now I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking, gosh, I wonder if I want to try to imitate this picture. I could do that. Oh, well, what it says, though, is I am totally adequate for all situations. I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it is easy for me to stand up for myself. Did you all hear that? I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it is easy for me to stand up for myself. This is a really, really, really good one. And in fact, this one so reflects my yesterday. So does. I'm going to try and draw that one too. Okay, but for now, I'm going to get back on here in a little while and make another video because I'm going to go find my cardboard. I'm going to find my burlap. I'm going to make a frame for this. And then this is going to be my art project challenge for today. God bless you all. May He watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and I will see you on the next video. Stay safe.